Hi, good morning, guys. It's me, Rocky again, your super effective affiliate manager. And for today's video, I am going to teach you on how we measure sales and run TikTok ads on TikTok. So this is actually part of the TikTok Shop Seller Center. It's called GMV Max, and it stands for Gross Merchandise Value Maximum. So for GMV Max, there are four very important metrics for GMV. So actually, this the purpose of this is to determine if you're really doing a good ad and on how are you going to improve it. That's the purpose of this video and this metrics. So first in the metrics we have here ROAS or ROAS. It's called return on ad spend. So let's say how are you going to calculate ROAS? So for example, I have a 1 peso I have spent 1 peso on ads. Then I have to able to make 10 peso because of that ad. That's your ROAS already, the 10 peso. So yeah, it's pretty simple. And then click through rate. This or CTR. This measures the data of the effectivity of your ads, and this is actually your how is your ads running. So here you can just determine how is your ad, like if it's going to be appealing to some people. CVR is conversion rate. So for example, 100 clicks on the ads, but only 10 actually bought the product. So that's the conversion rate. Like how many sales did you make because of that video? What is the conversion rate? So conversion rate determines how many of the people click the ads that are bought. If conversion rate is too slow, then maybe you have a bad advertisement. Yeah. And then here we have here CPO or cost per order. So this actually determines how much you pay for an ad for every sale per order. The lower the cost per order would be much better. Let's say for example you have spent 100 pesos on an ad and then you have a sale of one, just like for example just to get it. So 1 peso. So your CPR cost per order would be 10 pesos. That's how it that's like how it works. So here is the sample, like on how are we going to determine and what is the, like how are we going to determine and what are the things that we should be doing if we like what are the things that we should be doing for an ad, for every ad, for every results of an ad. So let's say for example we have a visual issue. So visual issue is a result of low CTR but high conversion. It's actually somehow good, somehow okay, but but the ad, there's there's a there are people that not clicking on your ad, and when once they click it, they just bought it. There's a high chance for that. So to resolve this, you just have to make improvements, like for the quality of your photos or add more product videos, make your or like create more appealing discount, or just use any stronger hook in creatives. Just how to fix this. And then and then yes, and then fix and then an indicator that you have to fix everything if you have a low CTR and a low CVR. So yeah, I guess if you're having this low CTR and low CVR, you just have to fix everything. You have to rethink creative entirely, and then fix pricing and offer, improve product page, or get more reviews. So those are the problem. Those are the results of low, low CTR and low CVR. You have to fix everything. And then if you have high CTR and then low conversion rate, you have to fix your offer. Maybe it's somehow expensive compared to other competitors. They like it, but it's not for them. It's, I mean, mostly of the people on TikTok or your audience cannot afford it. So you just have to study your competitors, like how are they going to, how they price it, product compared to yours. So you have to fix your pricing or add more reviews, improve product photos. Also, you have to try other alternatives. So when are we going to know if we're ready to scale? Let's say, for example, you're running an ad for at least 3 days. I highly suggest that you are not going to change your your ad settings for at least 3 days while it's running, because on the first 3 days of an ad on TikTok, it's still configuring, like knowing who are your target audience are. So if you're going to change your settings like almost every day, then it would be so hard for TikTok to get your audience, and you won't have consistent results from that. So yeah, back in here, when do we know that we are ready to scale? So if you have high CTR and high conversions, you have high because of this, you have high return on ad spend, you have low cost per order, you are then ready to increase your budget and then expand your audience. So you had to add more ads. Say for example, 500 pesos for the first ad, and then after 5 days, if it's ready to scale or have high CTR and CVR, then you can just have scale. You just have to add your budget on your ad. That's how you're going to do it gradually. So you just have to experiment it first to make sure that you won't burn your ad budget. And yeah, so yeah, also the other one. So that's about ads, about on how to run an ads on GMV Max. How are you going to make sure that your ads going to be profitable? So right now, we're going to the break even ROAS, the break even uh, yeah, ROAS. So this is used to make sure that you know that you are not losing in the ad spend. How to get it? You can use your this formula, one divided by the profit margin. So this is to make sure that you are not losing on every ads that you have spent. So for example, your profit margin is 25%. So it should be 1 divided by 25%. So your break even ROA should be 4. So if you get 4, this means that uh, you're not yet having a profit, but you're just having a break even with the ad spend that you have made. So to get profit, you should at least double it or make it like times 10 as possible. Then yeah, that's how we're going to calculate it. When you think you are not getting the ROAS, then there is something wrong with with the ads that you're running. So if it's more than double, then you're ready to scale it. So yeah, that's it. And yeah, I wish you have learned from this video. That's all for now. See you in my next video. Bye guys.